slant. Smith Njigba still alive, stiff arm, and a record-breaking afternoon gets even more impressive for number 11.
Ohio State is familiar with a lot of first-round wide receivers. That lineage is probably going to continue with Jaxon Smith Njigba out of Ohio State. What's up, everybody? Ken Swanson here with my guy Sean Barber, about to break down probably the first receiver taken in this year's draft. Jaxon Smith Njigba is presented by Miller Lite. What do you think about him?
You got the name right, JSN. That was impressive by itself. I'm just gonna call him JSN, not even try. But the man trait, man, the catchability, the range, the verticals, all the things, all the traits for a wide receiver to be dominant, this young man possesses. And he's just the next of a long lineage of wide receivers out of Ohio State, man. It's exciting to see what he's gonna do. I can't wait for us to break down this film. Besides that, man, what team do you think overall can utilize his ability the best?
So I think you could go as early as 10 to the Eagles, 12 to the Texans. I think there's plenty of teams that could use his services. Chris Olave, remember him? Garrett Wilson last year. Both of those guys say Jaxon Smith Njigba is the best. Let's look at the tape and see what we think.
Stroud launching for the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown, Smith Njigba. Are you kidding me?
You know, the term slot receiver kind of gets some negative connotations, but I mean, Jaxon Smith Njigba is a guy that wins in the middle of the field, but he wins a lot of ways, and it's not like he's a slot-only player.
If you talk about great offenses in the league, you're talking about either a great tight end, great flex tight end, great slot receiver. You have to have somebody to control the linebackers, control the safeties from a passing game concept in order to become a great offense in the NFL. Having just a dominant number one wide receiver, we've seen the Raiders do it this past season. Devontae Adams had all kind of numbers, but offensively they still struggled to score points. Having just a dominant wide receiver on the outside does not always create great efficiency when you talk about your offense. I think this young man can definitely fill a mold of the next great slot receiver in the NFL.
You know, he's 6'1", 196, so he's not exactly a Cole Beasley out there. You know, he's got some strength to him. You know, he's got a good frame, and he does everything so solidly. You know, he's probably the best route runner in this class. He's the savviest route runner in this class. I think he has a good understanding of coverage structure. You know, he understands how to get open, how to present himself to the quarterback, how to find space. And when he gets the ball in his hands, he's going to catch it consistently. You know, he's not going to have a ton of drops. We've seen him track the football well. We've seen him catch the ball away from his frame, catch the ball in the middle of the field in traffic. Then after the catch, he's not a slouch either. Like, obviously, there's going to be guys that are more dynamic than him, you know, with the ball in his hands, but he's still got enough that, you know, he can kind of impress. You know, there's some Juju Smith-Schuster to his game for Chiefs fans that just got done watching him. You know, there is definitely some Juju to him.
Yeah, Ramon St. Brown, some different receivers like that. Obviously, you know, Christian Olave, we're gonna, you know, obviously the Ohio State connection. You see a lot of similarities in him, but this young man has a little bit of that. He just got a little bit of a tweak to him that allows him to get that immediate separation. And man, the one thing a quarterback loves, whenever a defense is bringing pressure, they love separation. The receivers that can separate away from a defender quickly, that's going to be the guy that draws the eye from the quarterback's attention fastest, and usually is going to be the recipient of a lot of quick passes. And he takes a quick stop route, a slant route, a quick over route, and he has the ability after the catch to go for 60 yards, touchdowns. So we love first downs, but what we know in this offense, in any offense, you got to score touchdowns. And this guy's a big play waiting to happen.
You know, he's an assassin in the middle of the field, but that doesn't mean he can't line up as an X receiver and beat press, win a one-on-one, win an isolated route, go out and be your X receiver. Like, I think he's a guy that has enough versatility to be able to do everything. I do think he's going to make his money, make his bread and butter in the middle of the field primarily, but having that ability and versatility outside the numbers can be really valuable. I think this is just a complete receiver, and you know, he's not, you know, dominant traits compared to everybody, you know, that you're going to see, you know, at the receiver position these days. But, you know, you see high quality ability in so many areas. I mean, just even as a blocker, you know, he's a willing blocker. He's a really smart blocker. He has a good understanding of assignment when he's having to block in space too. Like, he's just the complete package, and he's solid all around. That's just a valuable thing to have.
Yeah, he's a physical player. We like that. Most people think of wide receivers being divas, like shying away from contact. And sometimes when you see receivers who only play on the outside, that's why they play only on the outside, because they're afraid of that contact that happens in the middle between the hashes. He looks to invite that. He looks comfortable in between the hashes. He looks comfortable when he knows he's going to get hit. He has confidence in his hands. All his catches are away from his body. Very rarely do you see him body catch the ball. It's always watching it completely into the hands. When you love that confident receiver that you're finding in JSN.
He doesn't necessarily have the top breakaway speed that other guys do. My comp for him is actually Cooper Kupp. Strong technician, route in the middle of the field, just does all the little things well. That's my comp for him. Jaxon Smith Njigba, the receiver out of Ohio State.